a black man went on a boat ride to a pretty much resort island, not necessarily, just a fun island off the coast of Mississippi.
Now
And
just hear what
four
he's
of them
saying.
left and went and had fun, and only three returned. They then found Nolan dead. His three friends that he had come with in the boat had gone and left in the boat and claimed that Nolan stayed behind by himself. And additionally, however, and this is where the first question comes in with me, they say he left his cell phone. They have his cell phone, they had it in their possession. Okay, so if your buddy says to you, I'm leaving, you all go back. I'm staying by myself. No friends, just me wandering around. And then you see that he had left his cell phone. So you see, so you say, in the boat. And instead of taking it back to a friend who's on the island by himself, and by the
Like
way,
what?
did you ask him how he was getting home?
Facts. Like they know they left
So
him there,
instead
bro.
of going back, you couldn't be that far off because the phone right in the boat. Say an hour or two. If you're a real friend, you'll drive back on that recreational
Facts.
hour or two on the boat having fun to give your man his phone.
Right.
Because if he's out there by himself,
how he gonna get back?
No question about it, 90% white.
Like who gonna go to an island without the goddamn phone, bro? When it's all water.
Black men and killing them.
You think they? Do you think they mom gonna come drive all? No, she can't drive out there. There's water all over.
Our dear young brother.
And you know Mississippi, bro. It's racist out there, bro. Folks don't like the history of that shit, bro. They don't be that, bro. All they wasn't playing around, fam. Like going places. He gotta
and marginalizing black
like I say.
men. And so the question became, what is the investigation going to be? Well, the police immediately accepted the version of the three young men that returned. Now, here you are. You're supposed to be the police.
Facts.
And I just deduced it. And I deduced it not just now, but I had deduced it immediately after seeing it in the media. And I'm not an investigator. I'm a lawyer and a judge. But an investigator, that is a police investigator / detective, has investigative techniques.
That's what I'm saying.
Immediately thrown into question what occurred, and common sense throws into question.
Right, it's definitely common sense because to me,
I've spoken with him, and he's on top of it.
Like I'm saying, you guys gotta know that. Why would he leave? Why would he go with some friends, so-called friends, right? If I'm just saying they was really his friends, why they take him all the way with them to the island? And then they talking about, oh, he didn't want to come back. He wanted to stay back, fam. How can he want to stay back without his damn phone? Like, make it make sense, bro. Them dudes, they killed him, bro. They killed him. That's why they didn't take him back, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be dumb enough to be like, yeah, he wanted to stay back. Like, if you a real friend, you would not even let somebody think like that, bro. If you know, like, real friend would even ask and say, how you gonna get back, man? Oh man, at least get a dude his phone. Y'all killed him and then y'all took the phone. That's what y'all did. Because y'all didn't want him to get no help. That's how the whole, y'all didn't want him to get no help, bro. That's how a person, this is all stemmed from jealousy, bro. They was jealous of Nolan, bro. He was talking to that girl, Katie, fam. And I feel like one of them dudes got in their feelings, bro. They wanted that girl for themselves. And they didn't, you got to understand, they probably already had something against, they probably already didn't like the dude to begin with. That's why I said, a lot of times people ain't really got no friends, bro. They really ain't got no friend. Ain't nobody got no friends, bro. Them friend, bro, they did him dirty because of a girl, fam. All of that over that little girl, bro. All over that Katie girl, bro. They need to interview her, fam. She was the one that was sitting up there, with him, that wanted him. And then you don't know how and why that was even the case, because you could clearly look at it and say, well, damn, y'all really just wanted, maybe they wanted Katie for themselves. That's what I'm seeing out of the case. Yeah, it's just weird, bro. It's super weird, man.
And the family has the questions raised. Again, why would he leave his cell phone? Because it had to be voluntary.
Facts.
And
why would he leave his cell phone, bro? Ain't nobody
an island by himself without telling them why. A lot of questions there, a lot of holes in it.
Why would he leave his phone, bro?
Gonna look into. That's the good news.
Yeah, they definitely
don't make no sense. So why would he give his phone to his friend? And I heard that his mom, she had to find out by using an app that his friend had his phone after it was reported that he was missing.
Very suspicious, correct. And then there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of unanswered questions. There's allegedly an altercation that took place, and I think they say there may be some footage of it. Some have been AI generated, various things, so we don't really know what's true or not. But I think they have eyewitnesses, and that's where the investigation should go. Were there eyewitnesses that saw any type of altercation?
Facts.
Is there video? There's cameras everywhere. You can't do anything
without. Yeah, you can't do nothing without a camera being around.
And so to that extent, there's some footage out there that shows this altercation, if indeed it occurred. And so the grand jury, they are impaneled when there's a reasonable suspicion that something may have occurred. So that's good news.
Yeah, that's good news, bro.
Suspicion that a crime has been committed. When you go to the grand jury, the prosecutor presents all the evidence that they have to explain to the grand jury the case they're looking into. And 90% of the time,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Of the time, the prosecutor comes back with an indictment,
right?
Because grand juries only hear one side. So they're only going to hear the side of the prosecutor.
Facts.
So the question becomes, is the prosecutor going to do a thorough
investigation facts,
and presentation to the grand jury? Because if they miss some parts of the evidence that is necessary, then the grand jury has nothing to consider.
Right. And
but if, as it has been in most cases,
bro,
it goes where the grand jury charge has been made, it's going to go to an indictment. And then all evidence will be seen on all sides. What I don't like about grand juries is if the defense don't get a chance to present their case to the grand jury.
Man, this is going to be wild, bro.
This, that, and the other evidence.
It's just whoever did this did a sloppy job.
Them during the grand jury process, and then they
definitely did a sloppy job, bro.
Probable cause to believe that a crime was committed. Probable cause.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
More likely than not. Reasonable suspicion means there may have.
Bro, another thing too. As crazy as it sounds, bro, it's too many people involved, bro. Everybody gonna get questioned, bro. They ain't finna just get off the hook with this one, bro. Not because of race, bro, but because, bro, you left the dude on the island, bro. That's like leaving somebody out of town, fam, without their phone. Come on, man.
Been a crime, so we have to look into it. Probable cause means we believe there was a crime, more likely than not. So that's where we're at with it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Nolan's mom, she said that his phone was scrubbed, right?
Yes. The mother said that some of the things on his phone had been removed. And
that's wild.
I don't know what evidence
How you
they
gonna go
have
through
of
his
that.
phone and
But
delete stuff?
she's not saying anything.
You gotta think though, they had
to
a whole boat ride
jeopardize
home, so
the
shit, that was
truth
probably like 2
in this
hours.
case.
They
And
had
so
plenty of time to get,
everything she
do all
says, I'm
that.
going to take her at her word.
And
She
they were
has
thinking
no
about what
reason
they were
to
gonna
trump
say
up anything.
on
She
the
wants
boat
to
ride
get to the
home.
bottom of this and who killed her son.
Come on, man.
I don't believe he drowned. I
Then
believe he was killed. But I'm a judge that has to weigh all the evidence. Preliminarily, that's what I see. You don't leave your friend on an island, seeing that he has left his phone, and not at least go back. You came there with him. You left him there, you say, because he wanted to stay. But you notice that he's left his phone. How was he going to get home in the first place? Wouldn't he need his phone in order to call his transportation? Or
yeah, because they
should have
didn't,
known
bro.
some of that.
Facts.
He
That's
would
what
have
I'm
said,
saying.
I'm going to get home by such and such way. When you, hey man, I'm not coming. Y'all go ahead. I got a young lady. Okay, man. Is she gonna bring you home? How you gonna get home? You don't ask any of those questions.
They ain't ask shit, bro.
So you must have asked those questions. If you didn't, there's more evidence.
There's more evidence, bro. Bro, they simply, I'm gonna say it like this, bro. Keep it in a nutshell, bro. They simply played themselves. They left that man out there, bro. They knew he didn't have his phone, and they literally purposely, passive aggressively just let the whole situation play itself out to a point where they took the phone. And once, like he said, a real friend would have returned that phone, bro, knowing that he was out there by himself. Knowing that he was out there by himself, bro, they would have returned the phone. Like, yo, bro, you left your phone, bro. And knowing how the hell else was he gonna get back? Because they knew he was dead, bro. Come on, man. But we gonna wait for it to play itself out, man. RIP. That's sad that happened to Nolan Wells, bro. But like, comment, share, subscribe, and catch y'all on the next one.